Welcome to Audit Archive, where we run you through some of the most questionable and rather atrocious police encounters. Today, we're looking at two cases where officers shamelessly abused their authority. One where a man was repeatedly tased even after being compliant, and another where an innocent woman was harassed for simply riding a bicycle. On January 3rd, 2023, the Los Angeles Police Department responded to a traffic collision by directing units toward the location. One of the officers arriving the earliest at the scene saw a distraught man running in the street and decided to confront him. The man, later identified as 31-year-old Keenan Anderson, was the cousin of Black Lives Matter co-founder Patrisse Cullors. The entire incident is captured on body-worn camera of the responding officer.
Driver? Get off to the side here. Get on the street. Hey, stop right there. Get up against the wall.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
Get up against the wall.
Please, sir, I didn't mean to.
Get up against the wall. Get up against the wall real quick.
Please.
Okay,
Please,
hold on
God.
a second.
Please,
Hold on
sir,
a
I didn't
second.
mean to, sir, please.
Hold on,
Please.
okay?
I'm sorry.
Mary 156. Show me Code 6 on a TC not involved.
Please.
We're going to be Venice, west of Lincoln.
Oh my God.
Possible DUI driver. I get additional units, please.
The car.
Okay, what happened?
I lost my key.
You lost your key?
Yes. I came and I had somebody fix my car for me, sir. Please, don't, please,
Okay,
sir.
do me a favor. Sit down on your butt and sit with your legs crossed. Sit with your legs crossed. Sit with your legs crossed.
They're going to try to kill me, please.
Who's trying to kill you?
I had a stunt today.
What?
I had a stunt today, sir.
You
I need to.
had what?
A stunt. Like, no, that's a car.
Okay, what car were you driving?
BMW.
The BMW.
They're going to try to put stuff in my car.
Who's trying to put stuff in your car?
They're going to try to.
As we can see, Mr. Anderson is clearly distraught and seems to be behaving erratically, but not violently. According to California law, Vehicle Code 20002 VC misdemeanor hit and run can be charged when someone leaves the scene of an accident without first identifying themselves to the other party, and someone's property was damaged in the accident. It does not matter who was at fault or the amount of damage. If convicted of violating VC 20002, you face up to 6 months in county jail and a fine of up to $1,000.
Please.
Stay down for me. Hey,
Please.
hey, stay here. Stay here.
Sir, I need
Stay
some water.
here.
Can you get some water? Please.
Stay here. I'll get you some water here in a second, okay?
Please.
Just have a seat up against the wall there,
Yes, sir.
okay? Have a seat against the wall.
Sir.
Have a seat against the wall here.
Everybody got to see me, sir.
Have a seat
I don't want
against
to
the
be in the
wall
black.
over here.
I want people to see me.
Sir, okay, you can sit
Please,
right there
sir.
then. If you want to be seen,
I don't
sit
wanna
right
sit
there.
No, I don't want to sit right there.
Sit right
Please.
there if you want to have somebody see you.
Please.
Okay?
Please.
Just sit down for me a second here, okay?
Please, look, sir.
Sit down for me. Sit down.
You're putting a thing on me.
Sit down.
Making
I'm
me
not
hot.
putting anything. Come here.
Please.
Sit down over here.
Please.
I don't want you in the road.
Please.
Come here. I don't want you in the road. Come here.
Please.
Come here.
Please.
Come here.
Please. Please.
Come here.
From a technical standpoint, it's evident that Mr. Anderson is apprehensive around the police, which may be influenced by his family's involvement with the Black Lives Matter movement. His decision to leave the conversation with the officer is underpinned by the fact that he was not informed of being detained, affirming his right to disengage from the interaction if he chooses. Of course, the officer sees this as a potential case of evading arrest, as he now assumes Mr. Anderson is guilty of some crime. Of course, that assumption itself would violate Mr. Anderson's constitutionally protected rights, specifically the Fourth Amendment, which states, "The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrants shall issue, but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized."
Right now! Turn over on your stomach right now! Turn over!
Yes.
Turn over! Around. Turn over! Over on your stomach! Get over on your stomach!
Hold on.
Get down. Get down.
Please, sir, please don't do this. Please don't do this, sir. Please. Help me, please. You know what? Help me, please. No, please help me. Help me, please. Please, please, please. Please, please, please.
Keenan, relax.
Please.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
Help! Help! They're trying to kill me!
Hey, stop! I'm gonna tase you. Stop! I'm gonna tase you.
Milo's trying to kill me. I have stuff on YouTube.
Stop it! I'm gonna tase you.
Yes, sir.
Stop it! I'm gonna tase you.
Hey, please help me. Help! Help!
Stop it! I'm gonna tase you. Stop it! I'm gonna tase you. I'm gonna tase you. Stop it right now. Stop it right now.
At this stage, Mr. Anderson is seen not complying with orders and resisting arrest. As additional officers arrive on the scene, his anxiety appears to escalate, leading him to intensify his efforts to resist. According to California Penal Code Section 148A1, resisting arrest, the crime of resisting arrest occurs in California whenever a person resists or delays officers who are performing duties of their positions. Section 148A1 also applies to efforts to prevent emergency technicians from doing their job. CPC Section 148A1 is punishable as a misdemeanor. If you're convicted of resisting arrest, you face up to 1 year in county jail, a fine of up to $1,000, or both a fine and imprisonment. Of course, it is pertinent to understand that although his efforts are consistent, they are not in any way or form aggressive or violent. Bear this in mind as it comes into play later in the incident.
Turn over! Turn over! I'm gonna tase you. Turn over! Or I'm gonna tase you. Turn over! I'm gonna tase you.
Yes. I can't.
Watch your elbow, partner.
You're trying to George Floyd me. You're trying to George
Stop
Floyd
it.
me.
Stop it, or I'm gonna tase you. Okay, stop it, or I'm gonna tase you. Stop it, or I'm gonna tase you. Stop resisting.
Please.
Stop resisting.
Please. Please. Please.
I'm gonna tase him. I'm gonna tase him.
They're trying to kill me. They're trying to kill me. Leave me alone.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Yes, sir.
Don't resist.
No.
Stop resisting. Stop resisting.
Okay.
Stop it.
Help.
Stop
Help, please. Help.
it. Do not
I'm not
move.
resisting. I'm not resisting.
Do not move.
Okay.
If not, I'm gonna tase you again.
Okay.
I got one.
Okay. Help me. Okay.
Here, hold on. Stop it. Stop resisting. Stop resisting.
The continued use of tasers by police officers on Mr. Anderson, even after he began to comply, seems excessive and potentially breaches both California state and federal laws concerning the use of force by law enforcement. Under California Penal Code Section 835A, officers are permitted to use reasonable force to effect an arrest, prevent escape, or overcome resistance, but they are restricted to using only the force necessary given the circumstances. The actions described do not seem to be on par with these stipulations, suggesting a violation of this law. Furthermore, California Penal Code Section 149PC classifies it as a misdemeanor for a public officer who, under color of authority, without lawful necessity, assaults or beats any person. The penalties for this can include up to 1 year in jail and fines up to $10,000. Most critically, these actions might infringe upon Mr. Anderson's Eighth Amendment rights, which protect against cruel and unusual punishments. This constitutional guarantee underscores the necessity for law enforcement actions to be proportionate and justified under the circumstances. Yet the actions of the officers show otherwise.
Help! They think I killed Pilo. They think I killed Pilo. Help me! Please! Please!
Black man.
They're trying to sedate me. I know too much. Pilo!
After his arrest, Mr. Anderson received medical attention from fire department personnel on the scene before being transported to the hospital. Unfortunately, he suffered a cardiac arrest at the hospital and was declared deceased. Los Angeles Police Captain Kelly Muniz reported in a video that Mr. Anderson died roughly 4.5 hours after the use of force had occurred. At present, no actions have been taken against the officers involved in the incident. However, 2 officers, R. Ford and J. Fuentes, were found by the Board of Police Commissioners to have breached LAPD's lethal force policy. They were subsequently required to undertake additional training on the use of force. Next, in October 2017, an officer from the Oklahoma City Police Department was dispatched in response to reports of suspicious behavior involving a woman with a backpack cycling in a neighborhood. Upon arrival, the officer saw the woman simply riding her bicycle, but nonetheless decided to conduct a traffic stop.
Where do you live at?
I'm sorry.
Where do you live at? Let me see your ID.
What for?
Let me see the ID, or you're going to go in handcuffs, go in the back of the car until I can figure out what's going on. Someone called about a female with a black shirt and a backpack. Right. Let me see your ID.
I live. This is my Halloween costume that I'm wearing at work today. There is my ID.
Take it out of there for me. Get off the bike. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Drop that stuff. You gotta make things difficult, I see.
I am late to work. I have done nothing.
Like I said, someone called about a female with a black shirt on, with a backpack, yes, looking in people's driveway. And guess what you have?
I'm
right here.
on my way to work. I live in. This was my first day riding my bike, but now I see why people don't ride their bike down.
Okay, keep
That's
exaggerating
the
everything.
23rd.
Have a seat. Keep exaggerating, that'll get you places.
Thanks.
From the start, the officer seemed predisposed to a confrontational approach, immediately questioning the woman, later identified as Miss Kelly Pierce, about her origins, suggesting a presumption of guilt. Remarkably, there appeared to be insufficient probable cause for detaining Miss Pierce, as she exhibited neither suspicious behavior nor signs of aggression or intent to flee. Instead, she appeared merely annoyed by the encounter, which the officer perhaps interpreted as a challenge to his authority, leading him to abuse his power unnecessarily. According to Oklahoma Statute Section 22-1343, any merchant, his agent, or employee who has reasonable grounds or probable cause to believe that a person has committed or is committing a wrongful taking of merchandise or money from a mercantile establishment may detain such person in a reasonable manner for a reasonable length of time for conducting an investigation, including reasonable interrogation of the detained person. Furthermore, it is more distressing that Miss Pierce was immediately threatened with arrest by the officer when asked the reason for producing ID. This is Miss Pierce's right, as Oklahoma is not a stop and identify state, and therefore, you don't have to give the police your name or ID, and you won't be punished for refusing. Once again, the officer has disregarded the law by clearly violating Miss Pierce's constitutionally protected Fourth Amendment right. The 1968 case of Terry v. Ohio essentially led to a conclusion that when an officer observes unusual conduct, which leads him reasonably to conclude that criminal activity may be afoot, the officer may briefly stop the suspicious person and make reasonable inquiries aimed at confirming or dispelling the officer's suspicions. Judging by this, the unjustified search of Miss Pierce's belongings, including her backpack, constitutes a severe violation of this fundamental right. It is further important to note that, in the police report, the officer wrote that Pierce was very hostile and kept throwing items around and attempted to throw her driver's license at me. However, the body cam video contradicts those claims.
Charlie 84. subject has no video ready
Were you riding with anybody else today?
No, sir. This is my first time to ride my bike.
Okay.
And you startled me when you honked at me and just told me to get off of my bike and for no reason. I mean,
No, there is a reason. Like I said, we received a call that a female with a backpack and a black shirt, which that's close enough to black,
well,
was riding in the neighborhood.
I was obviously willing to cooperate. You startled the shit out of me.
Well, obviously you weren't. That's why you're in handcuffs in the backseat of the car, because you were throwing stuff at me. You handed me the ID card like you wanted to use it as a weapon and throw it at me.
Right. Now, please.
In a minute, as soon as I see that if you're clear of warrant.
Is it a FR or DI, Alan?
Oh, okay. Okay, come on, step out. Turn around against the vehicle there.
Hands to the vehicle?
No, turn around. I'm going to take the handcuffs off. 99 out of 100 people we stop and talk to don't go in handcuffs, but they cooperate. All I asked was for your ID,
Okay.
told you why you were stopped.
Okay. I don't appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, it doesn't matter. If someone calls, stop moving. I don't have the other handcuffs
I
off yet.
am late for work, and quite honestly, this has been an awful experience.
Well,
I'd just like to go now.
You could tell them, call Oklahoma City Police Department, and you were stopped because you matched the description of someone who's riding through the neighborhood.
16 on
I
Friday.
black
don't
shirt.
have an
27 Kelly. Adam Ocean Charles. 072. Case number, please.
Here's your ID back.
I've been pulled over before, but never.
Take care.
ever like that.
Take care.
Tom 16, case number 84593. 84593.
The release of the body cam footage triggered a worldwide response, drawing hundreds of comments from around the globe. The video's exposure led Ms. Pierce to lodge a formal complaint against the officer on November 2, 2017. At the time, the police department stated that they were examining the situation and would take appropriate action if necessary. By January 2018, the police confirmed that their investigation had concluded. In February 2018, the Oklahoma City Police Department issued a letter to Ms. Pierce stating, "I have received your formal complaint dated November 2, 2017, wherein you alleged misconduct on the part of an officer of the Oklahoma City Police Department. After receiving your complaint, an investigation was conducted by the officer's supervisor, and that investigation has been reviewed through the officer's chain of command. After a thorough review of the investigation and considering all the facts and circumstances involved in the incident, I have concluded there is sufficient evidence to sustain an allegation of misconduct against the officer. The officer's actions were not consistent with the standards of this department. Appropriate measures have been taken to correct the officer's behavior. Ms. Pierce, all employees of the Oklahoma City Police Department are required to conduct themselves professionally and responsibly at all times. I appreciate the opportunity to address your concerns and respond to you regarding our actions. I hope future contacts you may have with any member of the Oklahoma City Police Department will have a positive outcome." Be sure to check out our previous video where we cover another outrageous police encounter.